Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. I don't know why my brain went Dragon Age Inquisition. Wishful thinking, possibly.
Who designed this city? These wide open spaces are terrible for evading guards.
That's probably why. Probably because I want to get on to Dragon Age Inquisition at some point. Of course I do. We are going to go and speak to Anders downstairs. Downstairs, in Darkdown. And we're going to go and visit Nathaniel. Try and find him in the deep roads.
Blithely ignoring the consequences of your actions.
This is about the Canary thing, isn't it? I'm not ignoring it. I just recognize that it happened years ago. There's this fantastic thing called moving on. You should try it sometime.
Has it occurred to you that Kirkwall is only just recovering from the Canary attack?
And you want me to... what? Flog myself daily? Has it occurred to you that maybe there's no justice in the world? Other than that voice you keep in your head?
It has been, what, 3 years? Right, I know there's a few side quests around. We're going to go there. Also, something happened with the graphics, where it just went... I'm having to change the settings, and I think I've changed them all back, but if the recording looks slightly different, that's
First the haberdasher,
why.
then the grocer.
So let's venture forth, shall we? We're going to go and visit... And... alone? Hang on, let's not. Have I got any other companion quests? Alone. Hangman to meet Fenris. I think that's probably a longer one. Questioning beliefs. He wants us to go... Okay, we're in the High Town. We'll go there. But I think we'll do Alone later. I think we'll do Anders' stuff now and find Nathaniel. Speaking of Anders, he can level up. Because I never use him. Because... I don't know. I think it makes more sense to hang around with Meryl, considering the whole kind of, you know, romancing thing. Put those up to 33, because I like having multiple in 3s. Give you a bit more constitution, and a bit more defense, because you're meant to be a healer. Yeah, we can do that. And then there's all kind of vengeance stuff. Spells currently cooldown become available more quickly, but you lose health for that. Oh, and these are all the... I've already got all your healing-y stuff, haven't I? What's this? Health regeneration, minimum 10% upon enemy death. I think we'll go with that. I don't know if we're going to be using him much in his justice form. Over here we've got haste and glyph of repulsion. I assume he's going to be doing the stuff himself. We'll give you that. We'll give you your kind of friendly cleric-y stuff. Because he's playing the cleric role more. I'm playing the more kind of sorcerer, wizardy, ranged fireballs of death role. Right, can I
ask you something, Adeline?
I cannot look the other way when mages break the law.
That's not what I was going to ask. There's a girl, a mage apprentice. She was murdered in the gallows recently. Have you heard anything of it?
You mean the girl you killed?
Yes. I'd like to attend the funeral, do something.
The official Templar report says she was killed by a demon of unknown origin. Let her family mourn in peace.
That's gotta be horrible trying to... doing that. Being in that position. Because he had no control over himself there. When can I talk to you in private?
I'm giving it all up. I made a vow to the Chantry and it was wrong to turn my back.
Sebastian, listen to yourself. You're as impulsive now as the day you turned away from us. Do you think the Maker wants another rashly spoken vow that you'll abandon when the next passion takes you?
I will not...
This is your life, child. Don't spend it being blown about like a weather vane. But here's Hawk. Maybe you can talk some sense into him.
I give up. I'm not a good choice. She seems frustrated about something.
Is the Grand Cleric upset with you?
She thinks I'm fickle, but I mean it. It was wrong for me to break my oath to the Chantry. I've turned against the Maker. And for what? Why would I want to rule Starkhaven and deal with jackals like Lady Harriman for the rest of my life?
What do you want to do?
Do you see yourself as a prince or a priest?
That's exactly the question I've been praying for guidance about. When I think of going to Starkhaven, calling on allies like Flora Harriman and all the corrupt, scheming nobles, my throat swells shut in horror. When I think about staying, I'm at peace.
Is that... yeah. That's then the question of should he be pushing himself to do the thing he doesn't want to do, or should he rest and stay where he's comfortable? What will you do now?
If you give it up, what then?
I suppose I must convince Elthina my commitment is sincere. Then I will remain here, to represent the Maker's interests as she thinks best.
What is right for Starkhaven? That's probably the key question, isn't it?
You should ask what's best for your people, not just for you.
Yep,
I do not have hubris enough to imagine it matters to the common people who rules them.
it does, though.
Kirkwall does well enough with no one in the Viscount's seat. Someone will take the reins. The fields will be planted, the crops gathered. No one will notice that a Vale lives and isn't there, and I can devote my life to the Maker's will on Thedas.
The thing is, you belong in the Chantry. Really, does he? Does he? Really? And you must take Starkhaven is a bit more aggressive. He seems to be a good man. Sebastian seems to be a good man. And I think it would make sense for him to go to Starkhaven and rule there with justice. Not the spirit in Anders' head, but, you know, rule justly and with mercy and, you know, that kind of stuff. I think that'd probably be better for him.
Don't give up now. You defeated the Desire Demons. All of Kirkwall benefited.
Of everything we've done, I'll never regret that. But I don't know. I've been praying for guidance and had nothing. I cannot return to Starkhaven and subject my people to war without a clear sign that it's the Maker's will.
Oh, Sebastian rivalry. Because I'm not rolling over and telling him what he wants to hear. But there's also no clear sign that he should stay here either. Dialogue? No. He should just pick one and go with it. And... right. We're getting into theology, aren't we? There. He will, because the door, whichever door he takes, if it's the wrong door, it'll be closed to him. Assuming that it's anything like Christian theology, which I think it is. I get the feeling that the Chantry is meant to be Catholicism, primarily Catholicism, and the Qunari is Islam. In the fact
There is justice in the world.
Is there? You want to free the mages. Let's say you do, but to get there, you kill a bunch of innocent people. What about them? Don't they then deserve justice?
Yes.
And then what? Where does it end? It's like a bar brawl. People are continuously pulled into the fray, and nobody remembers why it started. Justice is an idea. It makes sense in a world of ideas, but not in our world.
why can't an idea work in our world? Yeah, we're getting into philosophy. We've just had a wee bit of theology, and then there's philosophy. So yes, it's the idea of kind of the idealists. Can ideas survive heading into the real world? And I would say that probably not, but we should still share those ideals and, in some cases, fight for them. Right. Well, maybe more metaphorically than literally, or with the fact I'm very conflict averse. You can't tell. Anders.
I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. We've both been wrong. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
Right. Oh, but he couldn't go back to the Fade, could he? Well, he couldn't in the beginning. I don't know, maybe something happened. But yes, I agree with that. I think I've said this before. You're right. What does that mean? I guess he changed his mind. Yes, you're right.
I'm glad you finally understand that.
I can't help mages like this. Not while I am everything the Templars fear about magic. I need to be free of this curse.
Is there a way? Tell me how to help.
What must we do?
I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters. They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate justice and me, without killing either.
What are the risks?
Is it dangerous?
There are always dangers with magic. But I believe this will be worth the cost.
That's good. Let's do it.
Surely that's worth any risk it entails.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
Celepetre?
Where would we find Celepetre?
It's a crystal that forms from concentrated manure and urine.
Ew. We can't just buy it somewhere?
It's not used by mages here. There's no reason for any merchant to stock it. I suggest we search the sewers. There's an entrance not far from here in Darktown.
So it's saltpeter. No, of course it is. Saltpeter. Celepetre. Drakestone.
What is Drakestone?
The Tevinters used to mine it for their apothecaries. There should still be deposits in the bone pit.
Okay. Tell me about the formula.
Is it just a potion? Is there anything more to this ritual?
No ritual. Just mix the ingredients up and boom. Justice and I are free.
What happens to
We
justice?
can take our rightful place among free mages.
What happens to justice?
What aren't you telling me?
Oh, many things, I'm sure. Did I tell you about the dream I had where the Grand Cleric was completely naked except for her mitre? And there was this giant glowing cheese wheel.
And his rivalry. Is that because I called him out on that last one? I don't know. I might be being more negative today. Like, I noticed playing Assassin's Creed 3 I was being a bit negative. I wonder why. So I'm not sure exactly why he's being so negative to me. Right, finding Nathaniel. We'll go and do that now. And then Ans can go back to being grumpy in his clinic. Actually... Head to Hightown. Because I think there was a side quest from Hubert, who I think is the guy who we own the bone pit with.
I suppose you're just thrilled how the Knight Commander's basically stepped into the Viscount's seat.
She can't stall the process forever. It's not her place. Leaving the Viscount's seat empty will just tempt people to fight for it. It will cause more trouble than it prevents.
Well, you've got a brain in there after all. I was convinced that headband was to keep it from falling out.
My goodness, you're caustic. And sarcastic. And I'm saying this. Me. Do you know how bad that means you are, Anders? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Right. Let's talk to other people. Let's pick up these quests now.
Many Qunari fell in Kirkwall when we departed. I am sent to gather their swords. If you find a Qunari sword, return it to me.
Just the weapons?
Don't you want their bodies too?
Their husks serve no purpose. The weapons shall satisfy a demand of the Qun.
I will look for them.
I'll keep an eye out.
You will find me here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing of, I'm not a body with a soul, I'm a soul with a body. Oh, there was another fellow down here who's offering quests. Let's pick up everything, and then we can, go and find Nathaniel, and then we can decide what we're doing later. Nuncio! You look assassiny.
Ah, the champion of Kirkwall. Your reputation precedes you. Forgive me. I should introduce myself properly.
Antivan?
My name is Nuncio Caldera Lanos. I am a noble from the beautiful country of Antiva.
Did you need something?
Is there something I can help you with?
I've come to you in search of aid. An elven assassin I have been chasing is loose in the area. Unfortunately, he's hidden himself among the local Dalish, no doubt playing on their shared heritage. He's a master manipulator who will endanger even his own kind to ensure his survival.
Why would a noble hunt him?
You don't seem the type to hunt assassins. Why are you after him?
At first, it was merely a duty to Antiva. But after losing so many good men to him, it became personal. He's nothing but a murderer, a thief, and a liar.
Your point is, well, it'd be very smart of him hiding among the Dalish then.
Your assassin is no fool. I doubt the Dalish would hand a fellow elf over to you, murderer or no.
Ah, so you see my problem. Where that elf goes, death follows. He must be captured quickly. I've heard of your dealings with the Dalish. I was hoping you could go where my men could not. Find out where the assassin is hiding, and apprehend him.
Alright.
I'll see what I can do.
One of the Dalish, a woman named Variel, is a friend of his. I suggest speaking with her first.
We won't be here when you get back. We got a campsite outside the city. Look for us there.
Murder of Crows. So, yes. The reason why I'm kind of very much, yes, we should go and find him, is because if we don't, they'll probably go in, all guns blazing, for lack of a better phrase.
Captain?
Which would quite possibly put a lot of the Dalish at risk. Going in on our own would mean, well, 4 of us, and going in more diplomatically may save lives. Right.
Over here.
Sir Marlene Selbrook.
You were courageous to speak openly against the Knight Commander. Your words did not fall on deaf ears. Several nobles are discussing, quietly, what to do about Meredith. I cannot tarry here for risk of Templar spies. If you would make common cause with us, read this.
Give me the scroll.
I could use all the allies I can get.
Secrecy is paramount. I'll communicate by messenger if the need arises. Make her look after you, Hawk, and our fragile endeavor.
Just updated. Noble agenda. Sir Marlene Selbrook needs several tasks completed. To help mobilize some of the nobles, when the task completion. In Darkdown, locate the secret entrance to one of Knight Commander Meredith's hidden supply caches. Kill the Knight Commander's handpicked zealots who have been purging mage sympathizers in Lowtown. So we'll have to go all over the place. I think there was a Kunari sword in Lowtown, actually, if memory serves. Rescue Orlana. Right, we're gonna find secondary. It's really weird. There's like ignoring DLC. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 types of quests. This is ridiculous, isn't it?
Good day, Captain Abilene. Do you really need me along for this?
Not for this, but and I wonder why I don't bring you. I pick Meryl too much, and then you whine and complain when I pick you. And now I'm whining and complaining about you whining and complaining how very British of me. Right, Hubert. Next I'll be complaining about queuing. Or the weather. Right, Hubert.
Catastrophe has struck, partner. We are ruined. Ruined.
Calm down and tell me what's going on.
Don't panic. Tell me what happened.
A cart came back from the bone pit, half wrecked, with a dozen mangled bodies. The horse pulling the cart was the only survivor, and it does not speak.
What a surprise.
Town full of rotten mages, and not one can get answers from a horse.
I'll go.
I'll see what's going on. Until then, try to stay calm.
I knew I could depend on you. Just like old times, partner.
Mine massacre. I don't know if you can, because I think the mic is it's kind of a bit more, it's not that sensitive, but the rain is kind of quite loud off the window. And there we are, complaining about the weather.